Hello friends, I'm Kranti and welcomes you in Deepam Gyan Kranti, developed by Deepam English Institute. I welcomes you once again in Social Science Chapter 3, Class 9, Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. Today in this video number 4, we are talk about long questions of 3 or 4 marks each. Okay, we are going to talk about mention the provisions of the Treaty of the Versailles. The second question is the why did Nazism became a mass movement during the Great Depression? And the last question of this video will be how were the Jews portrayed in Nazi propaganda? Okay, without wasting time, we start our video, but before it, I request you to please like our work. Please comment us and don't forget to share my video. If you didn't have subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe it. Now let's start. Our first question is that mention the provisions of the Treaty of the Versailles. Okay, this is the long questions of 3 or 4 5 marks of Nazism and the rise of Hitler. And the answer we start here. Okay, Germany was held responsible for the war and damages. Okay, mention the provisions of the Treaty of Versailles. And the first is that Germany was held responsible for the war and the damages. The second thing is that Germany was demilitarized. It means the military was taken away. The number next is that it was forced. It means Germany was forced to pay compensation amounting of 6 billion pound. It is the biggest amount at that time. And what is compensation? Compensation means if the military person, it means soldier, died in a war, it means murdered in a war, they have to given some money and it is known as a compensation. And Germany was forced to pay compensation amounting of 6 billion pound and biggest amount ever. The next thing is that resource-rich Rhineland was occupied by the Allied powers. Allied power occupied the resource-rich Rhineland. Resource-rich. Okay. The next point is that Germany lost its overseas colony, a tenth of its population, and 13% of its territories, 75% of its iron, and 26% of its coal to France. Okay, Germany has lost many things. What? First, colonies. Second, 1/10 of population, 13% of territory, 75% of its iron, and next 26% of coal and France. Now let's see the second question of this video. And our second question is that why did Nazism became a mass movement during the Great Depression? Okay, mass movement means lots of people. Okay, following are the reason for the growing popularity of Nazism during the Great Depression, and the reasons are given below. First, our first reason is that German economy was worst hit by the economic crisis. Okay, economy was worst hit by the economic crisis because short-term loans were withdrawn when the Wall Street Exchange crushed in 1929, and it was the biggest reason because money was far away from Germany. Once again, I read the point. German economy was worst hit by the economic crisis because short-term loans were withdrawn when the Wall Street action crashed in 1929. Our next point is that owing to this, it means because of this point, industrial production fell. Workers lost their jobs or paid reduced wages. Either they have to lose their job or they were given a low wages. The number of employed rose remarkably high, and that is why the number of employed rose remarkably high. The next point is that the economic crisis created deep anxieties and fears in people. The middle classes, small businessmen, the self-employed retailers were the worst hit. They had to face many problems. Who had middle classes, small businessmen, self-employed and retailers who had to face many problems. Our next question, and it will be the last question of this video, and in this last question we are just talking this section of society were filled with the fear. They were filled with the fear of being reduced to the ranks of the working class or being unemployed. This section means the people of middle class society were filled with fear of being reduced to the rank the working class or being unemployed. The next point in second question is that in such a situation, Nazi propaganda moved hopes of a better future. People saw that the Nazi propaganda will give something in future and it creates a hopes in them, and that is why people started converting to them. Hitler himself was a great speaker. He promised to build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty and unemployment to the people. Okay, you just remember that Hitler himself was a great speaker. The next point is that Hitler was projected as a Messiah. He started himself to say that he is a Messiah. He is a savior, as someone who had arrived to deliver people from their distress. Okay, Hitler was projected as a Messiah, savior, and someone who had arrived to deliver people from their distress. Thus, owing to the economic and political crisis, and coupled with Nazi propaganda, Nazism became mass movement. Okay, it is very nice question. You can easily remember it. Our next and the last question of this video, and the last question is that how were the Jews portrayed in Nazi propaganda? How were the Jews portrayed in Nazi propaganda? And the answer is that Jews had been stereotyped. Okay, they were stereotyped as killer of Christ and usurers. Okay, they are stereotyped, known as every people knows that they are the killer of the Christ. And the second point is that they were shown with flowing beards, wearing kaftans. They were shown with flowing beards, long beards. Okay. The next thing is that they were referred to as vermin. Vermin means bug, virus. Okay. They were referred to as vermin, rats, and pest. The next thing is their movements were compared to those rodents. They were compared to the rodents. The next thing is that Nazi, it means Hitler has made a film. Propaganda films were made to create hatred for the Jews, and the name of the movie was that the most infamous film was that Eternal Jews. What was the name of that movie made by uh, Hitler? Was the Eternal Jew, and that is why people started know them. They were the killer of Christ. Student, if you like this video, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Please visit our website www.deepamgk.com, specially made for you, in which you can find all types of materials which we are just uploading, and in few months you will have full-fledged website, and please visit it once. Thank you very much. We will be here in few moments.